These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands by it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered, yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price upon its goods, and it would be strange indeed if so celestial an article as freedom should not be highly rated. This was Thomas Paine, December 23rd, 1776. I quoted these aforementioned words on my program on April 15th, 2020, on the WCEG network, my program Issues and Answers. On my next programs and many times on Facebook, I stated that this president, Donald J. Trump, would not leave office willingly. He is a tyrant who has been unfit to lead this country. But he was able to get elected because 43 million qualified voters did not vote in 2016. The latter fact is important. Many of those 43 million qualified voters voted this election. The force of that prime example of patriotic responsibility, voting, is the reason Donald J. Trump, outgoing president and likely a future felon, will no longer misguide this country. In 1970, Gil Scott Heron warned that the revolution would not be televised. Little did he know that the insurrection would be televised. It was orchestrated and cowardly led by the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. He ordered an assault by an armed mob on the United States Capitol building while both the Senate and Congress were in a joint session to certify the results of the election that voted him out of office. Then he hid in the Oval Office, just like this draft dodger hid from military service during the Vietnam War. He did this while the vice president and his family were in the building. His actions have resulted in the death of 6 people. This includes 2 police officers. 2 police officers killed due to the law and order president and his law and order advocates, including the National Fraternal Order of Police, promoted the lie that the presidential election was stolen from him. These people are our deplorables. Hillary Clinton was 100% correct in her description of this band of bandits, bums, and sunshine patriots who followed Trump like a Judas goat leading lambs to slaughter. Now these Trump-inspired sociopaths are campaigning for a civil war. These anachronists believe they are living in 1776, fighting the Revolutionary War while carrying the Civil War's Confederate flags. All of their ilk support a racist, if not genocidal, takeover of these United States of America. We cannot allow that to happen. Several months ago, I reposted an article published in the Philadelphia Inquirer and several other newspapers on Tuesday, July 19, 2016. The article was written by David Lee Preston. Without going into extensive detail, let me summarize it by saying the article detailed how repatriated Nazis who immigrated to the United States found comfort and allegiances in the Republican Party. Most of you ignored the article. I still have it. You can contact my radio network, WCEG Network, or if you go to my website, www.bluewalkbook.com, there's a link that will allow you to contact me by email and I will send it to you. The planned attack on our Capitol building has placed every state capital in this country in danger. A siege on the Kentucky Capitol was recently averted on January 9, 2020. They called themselves having a patriot rally. They were heavily armed. Who were they going to shoot? A group of armed misfits were arrested for planning to kidnap and murder the governor of Wisconsin because she disagreed with the president on COVID-19 restrictions. These people are with us. They were the underbelly of these United States that were previously suppressed in their underground warrens. Today, Donald J. Trump has called them out of their rabbit holes, made them feel important, and empowered them to support him not in draining the swamp, but in destroying our democratic republic. They are energized. Are we energized? We need to be. These political vermin, like all pests, depend on your apathy and forgetfulness. Senator Bill Hagerty and Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, Congressman David Nunes of California, Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, Jim Jordan, racist supreme, rapist hider of Ohio, and so many others are deserving of our wrath and our note taking. Yes, America, you are known for your forgetfulness. Therefore, you must take notes in order to remember these carriers of the plague of tyranny. Take notes, America, because you must remember that sworn police officers were part of this insurrection. They flashed their badges to force their way past compliant Capitol police officers in order to gain entry into the Capitol building. Listen to me. You must believe they had trial runs at this in the past. Take notes, America, because live bombs designed to kill scores of people were used in this insurrection. Thankfully, none exploded. Be forever aware that these insurrectionists, supported by certain legislators and facilitated by police officers, came armed with Molotov cocktails and assault rifles. Take notes because far too many blindly voted Republican, not knowing they were voting for modern-day Nazis and fascists. Take notes, America, because the expectation is that you will forget. Nobel Prize-winning author Sinclair Lewis warned that when fascism comes to America, it will be wrapped in a flag and carry a cross. Nikita Khrushchev, Russian Prime Minister in 1962, stated, whether you like it or not, history is on our side. We will bury you. He also said that we will be destroyed from within without them firing a shot. America, you had better take notes. You have forgotten that the red hats worn by Donald Trump's supporters were symbolic of the red shirts of the post-Reconstruction era who lynched blacks who attempted to vote and became a large movement whose purpose it was to hold on to political power. Sound familiar? America, you sucked your teeth at me when I told you that MAGA meant bringing back the old South. Now it's in your face. Make a note of that. Ignorance can be deadly. There are over 100 congresspersons and at least 13 senators that sympathize, if not empathize, with these insurrectionists and the president who led them. You cannot forget. You must always remember. These people are serious. They depend on your not voting them out of office. They even had black people and Jews support some of these officials. They depend on your forgiving and forgetting. It's hard to forgive law enforcement officers participating in an event that killed two law enforcement officers and maimed permanently several others. But we can try to forgive them. But we should never forget who they are, who supported them, and who stood up and condemned these murderers and anarchists. I won't forget, and I certainly hope you won't forget. Here on my network, I will continue to remind you as long as I have breath in my lungs. This is Norman A. Carter Jr., author of The Long Blue Walk, My Journey as a Philly Cop. My website is www.bluewalkbook.com. Peace.